July 2022 recommendations. Well, another month of not the best terms in the US. Big shocker. But I'll move on to one of our regular recommendations, or regular scheduled program that I try to keep positive, so let's do that. Annabellum. I was recommended this by a coworker, and it was honestly not what I had been told. I really enjoyed it, but it's not what I expected. I still enjoyed it quite much though. My fake boyfriend. A guy gets his techie friend to make his ex jellies by creating a fake boyfriend online, and it's pretty cute. This Umbrella Academy season 3, honestly my least favorite season out of the whole series, but the alternate timeline thing was cool, and Klaus is still the best character, and 5 as well, so that's cool. Cabin Fever. I've always wanted to watch this movie. It's a cult classic, and I'm just always behind on everything. So, and I finally did a fun horror movie about a group of friends going to a cabin in the woods and trying to survive a flesh-eating virus and kind of failing at it, but you know it is what it is. The Princess. I love the new age action movies we have where the fight scenes are so fun and well detailed and drawn out. I love it. So good. The princess is strong-willed and refuses to marry a tyrant, rightfully so. So they put her in a tower and she has to fight her way down to the bottom to save her family. I love her character, especially seeing on how she develops as the story goes on. I thought it was really well written. It is weird seeing Joey King in a role like this, but she did a really good job, so that's cool. Hell of a Boss. I had heard about this creator on YouTube with Hazbin Hotel a long time ago, and I just didn't get around to it like normally. The show is about an imp in hell, and his company travels to Earth to get revenge for their clients. So, pretty interesting concept already. The show actually inspired me to write again. I have trouble sticking to my writing. It's because of confidence issues. However, seeing a story so creative and with such good characters, and it makes me want to write. With such a good storyline and plot, it makes me want to write. I don't know if that makes sense, but I have trouble sticking to it, and it's not a writer's block thing, it's a confidence issue thing, but so that was nice. I get this every now and then where I get little things that are so good that I just want to continue writing, and my ship for the show tore my heart out. So Stolas and Blitzo are the best ship in the show. They're honestly the only ship in the show, because with like the M&Ms, they're already together, so it's a ship, but they're already together, so they tore my heart out on the last episode, but lucky for me, season 2 starts soon, and actually as of writing this, the first episode has just came out, and it was amazing. So Stolas and Blitzo forever. Okay. Welcome to the Hazbin Hotel, another story by the same creator. This one I believe has been picked up to actually be a show on another network, I believe, because the pilot was released, but I'm not sure about that and where we're headed with that, but I hope it gets continued because I like it. Well, anyway, another one of this creator stories, very well written, great characters, and interesting storyline. So we have Satan's daughter wanting to have a hotel to rehabilitate demons so that they can go to heaven. And the animation in this is just as amazing as in the other show, but the animation, it's so incredible, especially for YouTube animation. This is on par with like a really well-funded Netflix show. It just looks very good. Stranger Things season 4 volume 2. The finale of Stranger Things, which I enjoyed. However, I've noticed something that I've been noticing for the past few seasons, but Stranger Things has way too many characters, and it only becomes an issue because our main characters don't seem to have enough to do with the storyline anymore like they used to, which I'm not a fan of. And I'm not saying there's too many characters, but there's just too many characters. There's so many characters, and if you even look at the cover art, you can see that there's too many damn characters in this show. The Man from Toronto, a comedy movie about Kevin Hart accidentally being confused for a hitman or something like that. Hilarity ensues. Mine. A family has all the drama, literally every character has a bunch of issues. Love and Gelato. A romance about a girl going on a trip to find out about herself and, of course, find love, like they always do. Atlantis, The Lost Empire. Don't make fun of me. I'm just now seeing this movie, and it was so good and funny and so well written, definitely underrated. Atlantis Milo's Return. Now, for the way cheaper animated sequel, it was fine, just not as good as the others by any means. Dangerous Liaisons. A guy makes a bet with his, fake kind of real girlfriend for social media. I don't know, it's kind of confusing or something. To fall in love with this girl. He redeems himself, kind of, but I don't know. To be honest, I think she should have not forgiven him for whatever he did, but whatever. The Sea Beast, the story of a group of hunters hunt the beast of the sea, all to find out they've been lied to about their history. I liked it. Hercules. I've only seen bits and pieces of this movie because I grew up in a very religious home, so I wasn't allowed to watch this because there was a talk of other gods in it. But I finally did, and it is really good, and I'm mad that I missed out on it. It's very good. The art style is beautiful. Bastard, heavy metal drunk fantasy. Dude, the show, first off, the main character looks like every rock crush I ever had growing up. He looks just like Bret Michaels and Sebastian Bach. Ooh! Oh, hello. You're very pretty.
Wait a sec. How did you break the seal yourself? And why does it take you so long to put on any clothes?
Oh, come on.
Oh, hello.
Is it a bad thing?
Sir.
None of this is
Oi.
real. Can't be.
Oh my.
Dreaming. There's no other explanation.
Oh my.
Is that so?
Oh my. The show is very, very itchy. Honestly, one of the most itchy things I've ever seen in my life. And I've watched a lot of anime. I've seen over 530 anime by this point. I've seen a lot of stuff. And honestly, this is one of the most itchy things I've ever seen in my life. This thing's on par with being hentai, softcore hentai. But I love the show because I love their main character, who lives in the land of Metallica. Not Metallica. Metallica, get it? Because, get it? And his name is Dark Schneider. It's funny. And get it, heavy metal hunt. Some of the plot points and character relationships are really gross, but I tried to ignore it because I like the story. But there are lots of this show that you kind of have to make yourself ignore. The itchy things, some of the relationships, yeah, but I think all in all, it's good. The Secret of the Skinwalker Ranch. The whole Skinwalker thing gives me the creeps, and you could not pay me enough. Once Upon a Mattress, a reimagining of The Princess and the Pea, in the form of a musical, and the aesthetic is beautiful and glittery. Keep Sweet, Pray and Obey. Stuff like this actually really disgusts me more than normal people probably, because cults like this give religion a really bad name. I grew up really religious. I'm not necessarily anymore, but I agree that the word has been twisted, and they twisted God into something hateful that he isn't. But it's all people's fault like this, and it makes me sick. Dr. Stone special episode Ryushi. Week on an extra episode to try and hold on over until season 3, if we are getting one. I believe we are, but looks like they have gotten a boat, so we're getting there. They're almost to modernity. Girl in the picture. Seeing a girl's picture on the news, her friends soon realize that she was living a double life and find out her dark past. Thor, Love and Thunder. Honestly, I love Thor. He's probably my favorite Marvel character, but respectfully, this movie felt like a fever dream. Down to the screaming goats, which I hated. After 2 times it got old, but they kept bringing it in anyway. It was funny, yes, and Valkyrie is in here looking mighty fine. However, I feel as if this movie looked cheap. This movie looked cheap to me. It felt rushed. I hate how they killed Jane. She literally lost, Thor literally lost everything, and they keep making him lose more stuff, and they even made fun of the fact that he lost everything, literally. I don't know, it just feels wrong. I'm not sure. And then they ended up giving him a daughter at the end, which pissed me off, so I don't know. I'm not a big fan of Thor becoming a dad, and I think they wasted Christian Bale with the role they gave him in this movie, but whatever. Minions, The Rise of Gru. I did expect more Gru, to be honest. He was in it, but I feel like the Minions played more of a part in it than he did, so that was something. I still liked it compared to the solo Minion movie, so that's cool. Good luck to your Leo Grand. A woman very unsure of herself and sex and her body, which same, so related. She hires Leo, an amazing man who literally brought me to tears when he said he was into celebrating every part he saw on a body, no matter what it was. He could find something to celebrate, and I literally started crying. This movie is very wholesome given the topic. The accident. After a terrible accident in a town, the dark secrets come out about the building and the company around it. I like how they didn't make the main child likable. I think they did that on purpose, and it works very well. Wandering Witch. The Journey of Elena. This is such a wholesome show about a traveling witch. I mean, Elena is very cocky and on herself, but it works very well for her character, so I like that for her. And I like the world building as well. Room 203. The story of a haunted apartment room. Lesson learned from this movie: don't put on jewelry you find in the wall. The Thing About Pam. A true crime series about Pam Hub, or Hub, I can't remember. This lady was off on it for sure. It was wonderfully acted by Renee Zellweger. However, I do wish we would stop putting actors in fat suits when they can just use a regular actor. I'm not hating on Renee Zellweger for this. It's just I feel like we don't need to do this as a society anymore, but that's just me. Lights Out. This movie actually scared me, and as someone who doesn't like the dark, this movie really gave me the chills. And I'm so happy that I watch it in the daytime, and horror movies don't normally scare me. But that, nope. I was very sweaty. Meh. The meh section. The I Done Chronicles. Moving on to the next, because I have very little to say about this show. The Computer Worst Tennis Shoes. A boy gets shocked by a computer and the computer enters his brain somehow. I don't know. But Kurt Russell is very young in this. Obi-Wan Kenobi. I like parts of it, but I did expect more, to be honest. I feel like, I don't know. I feel like this kind of didn't even need to be made. Like a lot of the Star Wars things they keep adding into the story, I feel like they didn't need to be made, but it's fine. Resident Evil. With Netflix's new Resident Evil show being released, which I haven't watched yet, but it's on my watch list, I decided before watching that I should watch the Resident Evil movie series that I never ever saw, and I didn't think was bad. And already, I didn't think the movie was bad. I didn't. But I already knew that it was loosely based on the games, so I'm not comparing it to the games. I didn't really care to watch the other movies, to be honest. After watching the first one, it was kind of boring to me. I didn't find it very interesting, so I have no reason to want to watch the other movies. So we'll just stop here. Obsessed with the Babysitter. Your basic Lifetime movie about a mentally unstable man. However, the guy in here acted the hell out of his role. I will give him that. And I really liked how much character and backstory they gave the babysitter he was obsessed with. It was very nice, because normally in these movies, it's just this cookie cutter, like, girl, but they actually gave her, like, all kinds of backstory and issues, and I thought it was really cool. And I have nothing in the nose section, so yay.
Finish him!